This is the next project I'm going to tackle. It's an old medicine cabinet. I'd say from the looks of this handle, probably, what would you say, 40s, 50s? Probably 50s. And there's the inside. And I have scrubbed it and washed it out, believe it or not. Anyways, I've rinsed it and washed it the best I can. I'm going to let it dry good and then sand it down, and I'll put a kind of a Rust-Oleum paint, spray paint over it, probably in black, because it's rusted and it'll continue if I don't do something. And then my idea is paint it up, and I'm going to hang it on the wall out here on the porch. I'm going to have some kind of a saying, I think, there. And then hang it on the porch. And like in here, I can keep my, well, I have like a spade that I dig with all my flowers. And we have some bug spray. We have things we keep out on the front porch. And this will give me a place to put it, and it'll be decorative. And it looks really bad now, but it's too good of a piece just to junk. My stepdaughter was throwing it away, and it had been sitting outside, and I grabbed it and put it back in the pickup, and that's been probably a good year or 2 years ago, and I'm just now getting around to try to do something with it. Well, I have really got it sanded as good as I can get it. I might go over it one more time, but just not a lot's coming off. And I did get those hunks of stuff that was down in there. It was kind of a hard, sticky substance, but I got it off. And now I have my black paint, Rust-Oleum paint, and I'm going to spray paint it now, the black. And I'll have to let it dry good, because I'm gonna have to do the back, and then I'll do the front and let it all dry good. And I'll take it in and figure out just what I'm going to do with it and how I'm going to fix it. But here's the 2 holes. There's actually 4 holes, but I think we'll just need the 2 to hang it up out here. And of course, I'll get my husband to help me with that. But after I get this done, I'm going to figure out what else I'm going to do with it. Okay. Time to start spraying. I don't want to spray my phone. Just need to kind of move that. Okay, I have that painted black. It's not perfect. I see just a hint of white showing right in there. But this is just a base coat. And I'm going to let it dry very, very well before I try to do any more to it. But actually, I got the hardest part finished. And I've got most of the inside done. So I am just going to open this up. Lay that down there gently and let this dry for quite a while. Okay, I thought I'd show you all this. My husband was out working on some trees and stuff, and he found these bird's nests, and he started to just throw them away, and he thought of me, so he brought them up to me, and I'm going to take them and put them in the oven at 170 for about 30 minutes to make sure all the little critters are not in there anymore. Okay, these are my bird's nests, and I'm going to cover them with the clear mat, Rust-Oleum clear mat, to kind of seal them in to where they don't fall apart. I'm going to saturate the bottom good and let that dry. Then I'll turn them over and saturate the inside of them. That way, hopefully, they're kind of glued together. I'm cutting this out with my cameo to put on the front of the cabinet. It says Porch Rules. Feel the breeze, listen to the birds, relax. So I'm going to go, I have that ready to go. I'm going to go on over here to send. And I am still using, it's a vinyl mat. And I'm going to up my blade to 2. 1 pass. And the force at 10. Let's see if, yep, my machine is ready. Gotta find my, and I'm gonna send it to my cameo. Well, I'm ready to start painting now, and I mixed up a color I wanted for the top because I'm going to go with this. Oops, I almost tipped that, and I had that opened. I'm going to go with the Dixie Belle English Ivy on the sides, and then, of course, in the little pockets here. And the Dixie Belle, what was this color? Colonial Mustard was just a little too yellow for me. And this was okay, but I didn't have enough of it. So I mixed up this color here with mostly the Colonial Mustard by Dixie Belle. I added a little bit of burnt umber into it, and then just a little bit of this Golden Sunset. And I'm hoping I have enough mixed up because it's a possibility it might need 3 coats. But I'm going to start painting it with this color that I have mixed. Move this stuff out of my way. And I'm pretty sure it's going to need 3 coats. Maybe not, but, and then with the handle, I'll probably go the green with the handle. Yeah, I think I will. I'm gonna give this as many coats as it needs and then go to my green color. Well, I give this 3 coats. The third coat was not as heavy, and I just had to really go over places that didn't look good. And now I'm starting on the Dixie Belle English Ivy. And yeah, I'm gonna probably give this 3 coats also. But I think that's gonna be pretty. And of course, now I have that saying to go on there also. But I'm going to finish giving this the 3 coats. And I'm going to have to seal it somehow because it is going to be outside. It's going to be under the porch, but it still blows out here and gets wet up there. So I'll have to figure out what I'm going to use for a sealer. All right, I'll see you when I get this all coated. I have finished painting it, and I've now putting the stencil on. I have to very carefully remove this, and I'm hoping that it doesn't peel the paint off when I get finished and pull the stencil off. Oop, I did not see that. I ripped the S. I was watching up over here and didn't see that. I have to be really careful while stenciling that. All right. Got some paint. Yeah, right in there. I'll be very, very careful. I want to put this back on my stencil film, or my film, save that till it doesn't want to stick and pull the stuff up. Okay, I'm not going to push it down anywhere but around the letters. And then I'm going to get my paint out. And I'm probably going to use black. Or maybe I should use, whoops, maybe I should use the green. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure that one out. The green would show up on that. I think that'd be pretty. I think that's what I'm going to do is pour some of this out in a plate and use my makeup sponge and just stencil on the green. But I've got to get that ready. All right, I didn't pour too much out. So I am going to use the green, and I'll probably have to go over this several times. And if it doesn't work, then I'll have to go to the black. Actually, what I think I'll do is try this here. Instead of going all over the whole thing. We'll see how it does. Dry it right fast. I don't want to do it too much because I don't want to put that glue off on the where I can't pull this up. All right, guys, I'm going to finish doing this because it's going to take several coats. And this is all I'm doing for right now. And then I got to figure out how I am going to seal it because it is going to be outside and it needs to be protected somewhat. And then I'm going to have my husband help me hang it. And I do want to put a little decor on it, you know, like in the shelves up here. Okay, I'll be back. Well, I have it finished. I'm ready to pull it off. I don't want to scratch my paint. Probably should have used black. It's at least not pulling my paint off my lid. Oh, it's all right. I think once I put I think I'm going to put a coat of polyacrylic on it. Just to make sure it's sealed. A couple coats, at that matter of fact. It looks way different than it did when I started. Oh, I scratched that. I'll have to touch that up. Sure did. Be a little more careful. All right, I am going to get all these pulled out of here. Put a couple coats of polyacrylic. think it will be done. Now, I have this little tin. I think it had a candle in it. Yes, it had a candle in it. And I did pour one in it myself, but I used it all and then decided and I had it in here, I decided I'm going to rust it up and I'm going to make a little arrangement in it to sit on the shelf, on the top of the shelf. And I'll probably have to, you know, most definitely have to somehow glue it down to the top of the shelf. I think I have some really strong, sticky, you know, the foam sticky stickums. I have some of those, so I think I'll use one of those. So that way, if I want to remove it, I could pull that off. But it's got to withstand the winds out here in the middle of nowhere, which I don't know if they would do that today. They are high. Thunderstorms all around us. Okay. I think I'll put it right down the seam, right around in there. I'm going to have to find a way to hang on to it. I'll go on the inside. Did I go all the way around? It looks like it. And maybe just kind of dab some here and there. And I'll go all the way around it. And I'll put some, when this gets all dry, I'll come out of there, put some styrofoam down in there and make an arrangement in it and make it look cute to go up on the shelf. Trying to get a lot of it. Now probably once that's done, hit it a little in spots to make the cinnamon a little darker. Put that down on the glue that's around the edges. Okay, that is looking good. I've got to let that dry a little bit.